Today, we're going to talk about a way of thinking. You've heard us say that if you want different results and different outcomes in your life, it is never about magic. It is never about luck. It is never about throwing something on the wall and hope it sticks. If you want different outcomes in any area of your life, whether it is in your personal life, in your relationship with your loved ones, your spouse, your significant others, if you want to see greater productivity at work, if you want to see deeper margins that will fuel your ability to invest and grow your team, you have to change your behaviors that contributed to the outcome that you want to change. Would you agree with that? And if you're going to change your behaviors, you have to change the way that you think. And if you're going to change the way that you think, you ultimately have to change the way that you think about yourself. All change starts within. You guys agree with that? Now, here's what I'm going to say right off the bat. My challenge to you is that we challenge you today, from this day forward, to be abnormal. Did you hear that? You all, let me tell you why I just said that. It is normal in our world to be negative. It is normal in our world to be negative. The ultimate impact of negativity in today's world is that it isolates us from other people. If you are a leader and you are negative, you are not a leader. Because part of being a leader is the ability to attract other people to you because they want to hear what you have to say. They want to be around you because you are uplifting in their lives. They want to be around you because you represent a force that's different than other people in their lives. And so in order, and when I mean positivity, I don't mean this sugary sweet positivity. Sometimes you all, smiling in the middle of a grief situation is not appropriate. What I mean by being positive is being productive and constructive. I wrote down deliberate, constructive steps that you can make to change the way you think about yourself, your world, your environment, to move from being negative and destructive, that everything is wrong, to moving to positive and constructive, that there is so much that is right and good. So the first is this: stop the blaming game for my circumstances. Stop the blaming game for my circumstances. Think about it. Think about someone that you are blaming for ruining your day. Think about someone that you are blaming in your mind for making your work environment so sour. Can you blame someone at the same time and feel a light heart? Can you? Someone just said, "No, I feel heavy." And so one of the things that we know is that whenever you are blaming someone else, the object of your blaming is where you are transferring your power to in your life. You are giving away your power. You are saying, "I have no control over the situations in my life." The answer to that is taking 100% responsibility for wanting to change the outcome that we are not satisfied with. So the first thing is this: stop blaming other people for where you are. You are where you are because of where you are. The second is quit giving your power away to obstacles and situations that are not fair, that are serving as a barrier to where you want to go. We can be sucked in every day by the hopelessness and the heaviness of negativity. But you have got to find ways to rise above this noise. You have got to find ways not to be pulled into the swamp. So the first is what? Stop blaming others. The second is what? Take 100% responsibility for where you are. Let me give you the third one. Focus on your locus of control and give it all you got. When we start thinking about all the things that we believe are outside of our control, it creates a heaviness. But I'm telling you, there is far more that you have under your control than you have any idea. You can say, I am going to choose to rise above this noise. I refuse to be sucked in. That leads to the next one. Is this number 3 or 4? Not 4. Change your glasses. Change your glasses. You will always get what you look for. You will always get what you look for. If you think that everybody's out to get you, you're going to find by 9 o'clock every morning 10 reasons to back up your claim. If you think that people by nature are good and kind, and they want others to win, and they're not selfish, and they're not narcissistic, you're going to find by 9 o'clock every morning 10 reasons to back up your claim. You have to change your glasses if you want to change your reality. Instead of seeing how that I don't have as much as someone else, I'm going to focus on how much I have and how grateful that I am for what I have. You with me? That's another one. Switch from comparison to gratitude. Switch from comparison to gratitude. There is no such thing as comparing someone who has more than you do and feeling joy as you compare them, because it leads to resentment and what about me? And it's unfair. Gratitude is a choice every single day. It works, guys. It works. Here's another one. Another one is change your inner ear. Well, what do you mean by that? Change what you do with that information. Someone talked about beginning on a Monday morning and someone comes in and dumps 4 negative things on your desk right away. You have to find ways to turn people's destructive attitudes into neutral data. It's just information. And it's not information about you if you don't own it. Now, if you own it, it is information about you. But if you choose to say, look, I'm not going to be disrespectful, I'm not going to discount you, I'm not going to disrespect you, but I am not going to own your stuff because this is your filter system. We have to do that every single day if we're going to rise above the noise. Take other people's toxicity and turn it into data. It is, if someone is screaming at you and they're over the top about an issue and it doesn't fit, it's not about you. It's not about your mama. It's about them and their filter system. With me? Here's another one. Let go of judgment. Let go of judgment. My personality studies have shown that I am naturally a judger. And I really don't like that about myself. I hate the fact that I have to struggle about not judging people. I am so quick to judge people. I'm quick to judge myself. One of the marks of releasing yourself above negativity is to choose to allow people to be where they are. So let me give you another one. Retrain your brain. Retrain your brain. What we teach here at InitiativeOne, if you are going to change your outcomes, you have to change the thinking patterns, the neuron patterns, pathways in your life. And we know what does that. Study out of North Carolina State University said that repetition of positive thoughts changes that. It has to happen over and over and over. And here's how you do that. I'm going to challenge you to go home and get a little notebook, whether it's a sticky pad or a little tiny spiral notebook that's pocket size, and I want to challenge you to do this. Every time for the next week, you have a judgmental thought about someone else, stop and write it down. Stop and write it down. And you are going to be blown away by the end of the first day of how involved in negativity that you are, and you don't even know it because you're so close to it. And part of changing your thinking is you've got to get distance from it. You've got to get out in front of it. You've got to move it from the subconscious to the conscious. You've got to move it from the unseen to the seen. And I can tell you one of the most powerful ways to do that is doing what I've just suggested. Here's another one. Ask people to hold you accountable. Now, I'm not talking about gotcha. I'm not talking about, there you go again, Fred. No, I'm talking about accountability. We call it positive accountability. It's a gift. It's not a weapon. It's a gift. It is a gift that is given. It's a gift to receive it. Hey, Fred, you asked me to help you to win. Just want to point out what you just said about your coworker. That's your deal, but you asked me to point it out. That's all you do. You do not change without peer-to-peer accountability. There's 3 forms of accountability. There's top-down, there's bottom-up, but the most powerful is peer-to-peer. We do not change without group accountability. Now here's the big one. Let go of blame, negativity, and grab onto your purpose. It is amazing what you can tolerate in your life when you know you're on purpose. But sometimes people go to negativity because that's all they got. Sometimes people go to negativity because that's all they got. Less than 1% of people know what their purpose is and actually make decisions every single day. And let me say this, you cannot be on purpose and be cynical and negative at the same time. You all, thank you. I hope it's been helpful today.